Alright everybody, hello, this is Chino Ream signing in for another SC4D episode. This is going to be a special episode. As you can see, this is me playing as Terran, firsting off against Shit Blizzard, the Blue Protoss. This is one of my league matches, and what I'm doing here is basic build order tutorial for all of you Terran players out there who are having trouble against Protoss. So what this build order is, it's a 2 racks fast expand with a Ghost Academy for those EMPs. I find it very effective. It's worked pretty much every time I've used it since I've learned it, straight up. So you do the normal start, 10 supply with the 12 racks. Send your guy searching just about the time that this ends, just before it. Continue making probes or SCVs the whole time. At 13, throw down the refinery just like that. And as you can see over here, the Protoss player doing normal builds order, setting up a gateway and an assimilator, all on time here, sending out the probe for search. And I will pick it up to get through the good old stuff. This is actually the second time I've cast this. I casted the same strategy of myself on a different map and completely forgot to press the record in the first place, so because of brightness issues I've been having, I decided to switch to this Lost Temple one anyways. So normally I do not get this supply depot right away. You can do that, but I find, if you get the OC right down at 15 or 16, that's the normal time, and can continue and make a Marine right away, then you can throw that down. Another variation is you get 2 Marines, then the Tech Lab. Either way, you get that Tech Lab down and you get the second racks down. And I'd probably wall off right about now. It's not that important against Protoss until like later games. It's not like you're gonna get 6 pulled or anything. And I've searched him here. Yes, I have. So I see that he has. There's no Zealot Rush. There's no 2-gate Zealot Rush. There's a Cybernautics and assimilator, so he's gonna probably going 3-gate robo or 4-gate. And let me speed it up. Getting the second racks pretty much. I think I got it around 19, which seems kind of late. You can get it earlier. You throw down the reactor right away, start getting out the marauders. You want to get your stim, and then that's when you throw down. See, there's 2 ways of doing this. There's a bunch of variations. I like the second way. Which is throwing down the Ghost Academy after the 3rd, and then getting the Command Center around like 27, or you can do 25 Command Center, and the Ghost Academy should come around 30, I'm hoping. And make sure you keep up your supply depots, and this is, yes, because I got supply blocked right about here. You want to get a second refinery soon to pump out the gas heavy, such as long as you should be good off the start of the game as long as you've gotten the first one fully, what's it called? Why can't I remember what it's called? Saturated. And continue to pump forces out of here. I throw down the bunker here because I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to push my units down there, keep some on the high ground. I'll explain more about the bunkers in a second, why they are good to have 1 or 2. And continuing to make units, and there's the Ghost Academy. It's gone down around 30. 34, 32, somewhere in there. I like getting it earlier. This was one of my first attempts at this build after successfully learning it, and doing it right. So it's sort of changed up since I've done that. I like to get 2 and then the Ghost Academy, and this is why. This is why you sometimes want to get an engineering bay, not too early. But he's got the probe over here, so he's got the 3-gate robo. Oh, actually, he's 1-gate. Now he's 3-gate robo. This does work against a straight-up 3-gate robo. I've never been straight-up 4-gated yet, but you can stop rushes, you can stop cheese, you can stop the normal 3-gate robo, and it's all about effectively microing your ghost to EMP. And I sort of wish I'd used the other replay on Delta Quadrant or Xelnaga Caverns. It was a much stronger view of this build, even though I did mess it up a few times in that video. I don't think I messed it up as much in this one. I just didn't do it the same as I normally did. You see, he's fully scattered me. I've got my MM ball coming I've got the Ghost Academy down, starting on a factory. Moved my units over here, so I've got very good production going on here. I'm ahead of the protoss in production, and this build, it's hard to get a build that just overpowers protoss, outmuscles them. But in this one, I've got better economy, and it's working well. And someone is asking me about tourney soon. If anyone wants to know the answer to this question, not quite yet. There will be a contest coming soon. More stuff on that, all the changes coming to SC4D in the next month or so. As you can see, I've got my Ghost out, tabbed it right away, because it's just easier that way, and he's throwing down a pylon, moving his units out. And let's see, I've got five Marauders to his 8, plus an Immortal, and 8 Marines, so pretty even, but I've also got this Ghost, which is just about to get enough energy to EMP, throwing in another barracks and the starport. That's what you want to do. You also want to get an engineering bay. You'll have the money because you've expoed, and you've got all this going. So I'm going to be switching to the reactor very soon. Oh, and look at this push. And I've got the high ground on him, so I'm taking them out. Just eat them up. I'm going to rewind that real quickly because I want you to see the EMP go down. I want you to see that EMP go down. Here we go. Gets it right on there, just eats up all their shields, at least 3 or 4 of them shields, and then I just stem and just eat up his units, and he's retreating. I'm going to keep pushing him. This is not a build where you want to push. You do not want to push before you expand or as you expand, because chances are that's the time frame where you're going to be weaker and you're only going to be able to defend him. You're not going to be able to force him, and you'll end up losing your units. And I have done it before. I've got countered after trying to rush or attack him while expanding, and it just didn't work. In this build, you just want to sit back, and you want to get 3 or so ghosts. I do not have 3 ghosts. I only have like 1. My forces facing off against you are just able to edge out the stalkers, and I'm left, and he is left pulling back with 1 Colossus, and I do not have much defense. And it looks like he's got a bit of an upper advantage here, but I've got more units coming in. I'm gonna throw. Oh, I can't throw down the EMP yet. I gotta keep that ghost out of there. Keep that ghost out of there. See, it went much smoother in the other video, and I want to show it. I think I might cast just the push. I'm going to include, actually, yeah, I'm going to include the final thing, the final piece of that last video into this one, because it shows a lot more the dynamics of this build. As you can see, I used the factory to search. In the other video, in the other one, you'll see I throw down a tech lab right away, and I use it to get Thors, because Thors can be very effective against Stalkers. Very good counter for Stalkers and even Immortals, and they go up a good against Colossus. The only thing they're scary against them is, what are they called? Zealots. So I pump out a couple medvacs, and that's good. I'll probably want to get some, getting the transition to Vikings out easily enough to counter the Colossus. And I'm throwing down another factory. So everything's going as well as possible, I think, besides almost losing to a push. And in the other video, I did not get pushed once, and when he does push and then turns around for some reason and leaves himself open for a vulnerable attack, and I take it, and I'll show you that in a second after this video. After I show you this, I'll show you the versatility of this whole build, why it's good, and at the bottom under this video, in the comment section, you will see the build order, so you can practice the build over, look it over, get it done right. And as you see, he's expoed now, 14 minutes, but we've got about the same minerals, except I'm getting much more gas. I've saturated all my gases. Him, not quite yet, so I'm able to produce those units. As you can see, I only have 1 ghost. I'd like to get about three ghosts. Throwing down 3 EMPs in a big fight is huge. And then when you counter, if you win that fight, you can counter, and by then they charge back up, and you're just good to go. As you can see, this ghost has 2 EMPs, so I'm looking solid right now against his small force. He's been trying to macro up that expo, which took him a bit longer. I searched it out, as you can see. I searched all the base to check for any 3rd expo, and as you can see, because of that, I've just formed up a much stronger army.